Will now be recorded.
Fine. Um, yeah. Straight away, I'm just telling you this. Class starts, exactly at 8. The buffer time will be 8:05 or 8, 10. So if I feel the strength is, not good enough, without any doubt, I'm going to stop the classes. Next one, the people who didn't, attend the classes till it's 8:16, for them I'm just telling you. That's where I have recorded and I am just keeping this. And one more thing, I want the class to be very interactive. If it is not interactive, I don't feel, sharing the recordings with you, because listening to the recordings or listening to my class in a live is quite, similar. That's where I feel. So these two things I need if I need to take the class. See, not ordering you, I'm pleasing you, because I am sitting here since 8, which I don't want to waste my time. Fine. Um, People who did join it, please make a note out of it. And if you are unable to join, without any doubt, please exit from the group. Thank you. Well, let me start, the introduction to the course. I think I have shared the uh, course content with you in the group. Let me share my screen to showcase that. Okay. So, well, I hope you're able to see my screen, right? So, pardon me if you're getting any sounds, because I just traveled to my native. Okay. So, our whole course doing it in the SQL Server database. Okay. In the market, we have different kind of databases, and don't worry about what is what I'm just talking. Okay. Hello. Uh, Please confirm me this one. Can you hear me? I'm unable to hear your voice. Am I audible? Use chat box to confirm that if you're unable to speak.
Yeah, it is audible.
Okay. So, did you lost me somewhere, or may I continue with the data? Okay, I'll be continuing with this data concept. Now, if someone says or if someone asks us to learn SQL, our first doubt is what is SQL, right? In general, what is SQL? Why should I learn that? Why not some other languages? Okay, first thing, it's completely an interest on data to learn SQL. Okay, and secondary, it is very simple to learn. Thirdly, it is a simple English queries. Okay, so by keeping these three in our mind, let us understand what is data and why should we learn SQL in order to talk with data. Okay, now, so what is data in general? What is your definition for the data? What is your definition for data? Nothing. Okay. See, in general, data is nothing but any information about any object. Okay. Let's say, uh, now we are just connecting to this class by using phones or by using laptops or by using some PCs. Okay. Now we have that laptop, we have that, mobile phones, we have, some other devices to connect this data. Information about those things is also a data. Or today I have recorded the session, tomorrow I will be recording the session, that is also a data. I just shared this screen, later I will be stopping this screen. At what time I have shared, at what time I have stopped, that is also a data. Okay, few of you have joined late, few of you have joined early, that is also a data. Correct. Now, any piece of information is nothing but a data. Okay, that is my definition. Now, Google has given us a beautiful definition, which is collection of facts and figures that are used for analysis or a survey, which is very, tricky to understand. What is facts? What are figures? What is analysis? Right? So, in short, the meaning of this first information, I mean first line, is nothing but a information about any object that have existence in this universe is nothing but a data. Let's say, consider, a living thing. Consider a person, height of the person, weight of the person, color of the person, things he or she do, and where did he born, where did he, staying, what are his or her hobbies. See, all these are nothing but a data. Now let us consider a non-living thing, which is nothing but a, what are non-living things we can consider? Okay, let's take a laptop. Okay, so what are its configurations? So what is its RAM, what are its, ROM, what is the height of the laptop, what is the screen size of a laptop. Okay, what is the Windows, version that it is using. So all these are also nothing but a data, right? So by considering all those things, I am giving you a definition, simple definition, collection of information about any object in this universe is nothing but a data. Okay, now um just give me a minute. Sorry. Yeah, now that information we have to store somewhere, right? See, we have collected some information, so that information we have to store somewhere. So that storing somewhere is nothing but a database. Okay, but let us try to understand what kind of data we have and what kind of data we are using in the real time. Okay, and one more simple example I will tell you for this data. I mean, a beautiful database in our body, I will tell you. Okay, from the childhood to now, we are storing n number of things. Okay, we are having our knowledge. We are, I mean, we are able to remember our home address, office address, or the relatives address, or some people's address. We are able to store many information in our brain. So our brain is also a database. Think logically, it is also a database because you are storing your data there. Got it? Now, let us try to understand what are the different kinds of data we have and what type of data we are using to work further. So there are two types of data, which is nothing but qualitative and the quantitative. Okay, so Bhavya, both names are same, a little difference. What is exactly mean? Okay, see, qualitative data is nothing but data representing, and I mean representing information concept that are not represented by numbers. So this is a Google information, I mean Google definition I got. Okay, so by keeping this in our mind, let us frame our own sentence. So in simple terms, qualitative data cannot be measured in numbers. This is the this is the definition I can give you for qualitative data. Now, what comes under qualitative data? What we cannot measure in the form of numbers. See, sense. Do we measure? Feel. Do we measure that? Whatever we hear, can we measure that? Taste, smell, whatever the objects you are seeing. So, can we measure those things? No, right? So, whatever the things that you are unable to measure, then that is nothing but a qualitative data. See, understand qualitative. Now, in general, we will be taking this qualitative data in the form of recordings or else the observations or interviews. See, sometimes you will be having some surveys, right? In that surveys you will be having some descriptive information or any just you'll be getting some options, you have to hit that whatever the option that you are going to give in the survey, something like that, right? So those are also nothing but your those recordings. I mean, when you hit a button in the survey, that will be recorded somewhere in the backend in their database. Got it? So qualitative data will be collected like that. And to understand more about this one, it is non statistical in nature. Okay. And also, it is not a structured format, it is in semi structured format somehow for qualitative data. Okay, so I will tell you what is meant by semi structured, but before that I'll be talking about this unstructured data. So non statistical means, in general, statistical data means you're able to frame some probability, you're able to identify, you're able to imagine what are all the things that we are going to have in the future based on the current position of something. So let's say, from past 2 years, company A is running very successfully in the market. Now, what is the predictive analysis for the next year? Since past 2 years it is running successfully, hence we have a n number of products in the company. So probability are 99% there is a chance of success in the next year, only 1% chance in getting into losses. Okay, so that is our statistical information. But what is non statistical information? What is non statistical information? So which can't be measured in a such a way that we have taken previously. So we can't assume what it is going to happen in the next year. We can't assume what are the things it is actually happening. We can't give some predictive analysis. And also, if the data is in the form of images or audios or videos, that is nothing but an unstructured format. So those unstructured format also we are unable to have predictive analysis. So that is also comes under qualitative data. Semi structured, JSON, XML, these kind of files are nothing but a semi structured data. Okay, just go to Google and search for XML examples. JSON, JSON examples. Okay, you will see how data is there. Just make a note of this one. Okay, why I'm asking you to do is, I think I don't have that files with me. If you require, I will send you an example on that. Okay, how, just look at how JSON looks. Just have a look how XML looks. Okay, fine. Now, yeah, that this we are already discussed, right? It is in the form of text and document, audio and video recordings, images, and something symbols, interview transcripts and focus groups, observations and notes. So these are nothing but a qualitative data which will be in an unstructured format and also in a semi structured format. Okay, so okay, we have an example here which is nothing but a wardrobe. Okay, so here we have an wardrobe. So in that wardrobe, we have some books, we have some, some doors, some knobs, everything. Now, let us try to make some difference by taking this qualitative data. So, in the qualitative data for the same wardrobe, it is considering it is made up of wood. So what kind of wood it is using? We have many types of wood, right? But ultimately qualitative data will be stating as what? Made up of wood. So it is built in Italy, deep brown, hand golden knobs, smells like oak, has a smooth finish. So which is nothing but, can you measure how it smells? Can you measure how smooth it is? Can you measure, it is built in Italy? Can we count the wood in the sense, It is telling made up of wood, right? I'm not talking you weight of a wood. I'm not talking you how many wood blocks they have used to do that. No, just a made up of wood. Do we have any info to get that? No, right? So that is nothing but a qualitative data. See, the name itself, it is suggesting quality. Quality is different, quantity is different. So quality cannot be measured. Quantity can be measured. Make this difference in your mind. Now the next one we have is quantitative data. Obviously, if qualitative is not measured in a numerical format, quantitative can be measured in numbers format. Okay, so of course it is in a statistical way and it is in a structured way. I'll tell you what the structured mean. See, some tests, experiment surveys, some market reports and metrics. See, even if you're considering this one, it should be in a structured format. Even if surveys are not in structured format, that will also comes under quantitative. But always remember, quantitative means it is a structured format and it is in a statistical way. Now the same wardrobe you can see here. Okay, the same wardrobe you have here, but you are considering a few different data for this wardrobe. What are that? It's a 3 feet tall, so 100 pounds weight. It has 50 books on it, has 3 shelves, has 2 cabins, sells for $1,500. So now what it is just telling, it is talking about a quantity. So can we measure height of a wardrobe? Yes. Or else a shelf? Yes. Can we measure weight of that, you know, uh, particular wardrobe? Can we have how many books we have kept in our shelf? Can we measure how many shelves we have? Can we measure how many cabins we have? Can we get, how, what is the price of that particular table or something? Yes, we can, right? That can be measurable. So in simple terms, always remember, whatever the things we are able to measure, that is nothing but a quantitative data. Measure in the sense counting. Okay, if you can represent that in a numerical way, then that is nothing but a quantitative data. If you're unable to make keep it in a numerical way, then that is nothing but a qualitative data. Okay, now you guys tell me which data is better for analysis. Which data is better for analysis, qualitative or quantitative?
Quantitative
I
data.
think quantitative.
Correct. So quantitative is best for analysis. So why it is best for analysis? Let us see. See, which data is best for analysis? This is our question, right? So here we have qualitative data. Let us see what it is telling. A qualitative data will almost always be considered unstructured or semi structured. This type of data is loosely formatted with very little structure. Because of this, qualitative data cannot be collected and analyzed using conventional methods. So, by keeping all these points in our mind, we are not going for qualitative data, right? See, will almost be in a structured way, and this type of data formatted in a way that it can be quickly organized and searchable within relational databases. Okay, it's a new word we are seeing, relational database, right? Just keep this in your mind. So quantitative data in a structured format. Now our answer is correct. Quantitative data is best for analysis. The reason is it is in the form of structured way, I mean structured format, and it is so quick to organize and it is so quick to search. Within relational database, I will tell you what is this relational databases. Okay? Now, what is relational database? how data is stored earlier. So we need to understand these two concepts now. Okay, we will talk about this relational database later. First, tell me how data is stored in earlier. Do you have any idea how data is stored in earlier?
I think storing similar concepts like
Yes.
it would be easier.
Yeah, got it. You're in a right path. So I'm just asking, like, how you'll be storing that? Okay.
Sarvesh,
I'll give you. Um, you're collecting that information, right? So I will give you one small example. By using that, you just tell me how it is stored. Um, a small example. Before 2011, I believe, how attendance has taken.
document.
Yes, it is in the form of some notebook, right? In a register, even my teachers used to take the attendance in the registers. Okay, next one. Let's say I went to some what I can take an example. Okay, a small example. You will be having your account details and everything, right? Maybe that is also introduced earlier only. Let us consider a fees. Okay, how you're paying your fees and how you're getting your receipt. I'm not sure. I think by my time, I think I have computers. But how in general? Maybe in the form of notebooks, right? They'll write the fee what you have paid and they will give you some receipt. If you go to doctor, if you visit a doctor, there also you'll be getting your appointment in the form of slip at a time. You don't have any online appointments to book. You'll go to hospital, you will take some slip and you will sit there for your turn. See that, if you remember, they're going to have some carbon paper and write on it. Why they're using that? Why carbon paper?
To keep a copy of every document that we have given and that we have received.
Correct. Correct. Perfect. See, whatever the things you have written, they also need to have that as documented, because maybe tomorrow you will go and you will say, I lost my slip. On this date, I have visited this hospital. I have come here again to check. Now, if we have lost our thing, it's hospital people or else it's their responsibility to have the records, to have the information. It's an officially government has announced to maintain, at least 5 years of data with them. So how they'll maintain that? Maybe in the form of books in earlier. Now it is everything is computerized, so that's where everybody is storing it in a day. Storing it in some excels or somewhere in the computer. But previously everything is in notebooks, everything is in in the paper, which is very hectic. Those kind of methods need many people to maintain those data in a paper, maybe in a book, maybe in a somewhere manually. Before that, data is stored in the form of some leaves, right? In the leaves they is to maintain the data and they is to store. See what, let me take this as an example. We have some ancient scripts, right? So how they have stored in the leaves, is that is not a data? That is a data. If you have some information written in the stone, so that is also an data. So after leaves, after stones, books has arrived. So after storing the data in the books, computers has arrived. After storing data in the form of Word, Excel, or somewhere, a new concept, database or data, got arrived. Now, why something is coming into the market, why something new is coming into the market, why people are not sticking to the same point from ancient days to now? Can you answer this question? Why we are moving to latest technology, why we are not sticking into the same?
The vastness of data has increased, right? So it's easy to evolve rather than
Mhm.
writing on papers.
Perfect. See, as you said, up to some extent it is correct. Okay, so let's say, um, a day by day a vast number of data is coming, so it is highly impossible to maintain that in a notebook, or else maybe it is highly impossible to maintain that in somewhere in the text boxes or somewhere it in the word. Okay, um fine. Now I will be taking one more information. So I mean one example. So let us consider this batch. Okay, hardly 3 members or 4 members, maybe 6 or 7 members. Okay, the maximum count will be 40 members for batch. Okay, now those 40 members also can be, I mean it can, I can comfortable in taking those 40 members attendance in paper. I am comfortable in noting down the recording sessions, at which time I have started and at which time I have stopped the recording. I'm comfortable in taking that. Why I should use some other tools to take attendance? Why I should use some other tools to note down my start and end time? So if you take go to will do all those work for me. Go to will tell me whoever joined, whoever not joined. Go to meeting will tell me what is the start of your class and what is the end of your class. So everything it is going to do it for me. So that is where I have paid to go to and I have chosen that. Why I have to do that? See, every day if I maintain that in some sheets, I should go and search each and every page, right? Whether how much time I have taken, how much time I have used my screen time, or else how many people attended today, yesterday, day after tomorrow, or day before yesterday, something like that. It's very difficult for me to do it manually, right? Even to know how many attend, which is nothing but retrieving the information, searching for the people. See, if you store your data in the form of texts, if you store your data in the form of textbooks, if you have data in the somewhere, somewhere it in the manually, for you it will be very difficult to retrieve the people. See, you have taken 100 people's names, okay, in a paper. Now someone asks you to verify whether you have taken uh, some John's name or not. So what you will do? Go to your paper and you will search for 100 names, whether you have written John or not. Correct? If you don't have John in your list, write it down. Otherwise, don't do it. So this is our thing. This we have to do. See that if you want to do it in paper, it will take obviously at least 1 minute of time to do that. But in my database, just a fraction of seconds. So this is a main difference, we find these days. Not only these days, but this is a basic thing we require, because as data is evolving, in a vast number, we are not allowed to do that. If you are taking 1 minute of time to count 100 people's data, how much time it will take for you to count 1 billion people records. Obviously, huge time, right? Which is not required. Now, first thing is searching is difficult if you maintain data in a older format. Now, next one. Let us assume uh, there is some fee receipt. Okay, there is some records. There is a record where you will be having your fee. Or else, let us take attendance as an example. Now everything is digital, right? Attendance also become a digital one, where biometric has introduced in the college system. So it has introduced, right? Now, before that, we used to take attendance in the registers, right? Now, see here, there is this point. If you maintain some percent of attendance, then you will be eligible for the exam, otherwise no. So this is there is this point in general colleges, right? Now, if you take it in a manually, there is a chance of not taking the attendance. There is a chance of corrupting your attendance. Maybe some people will come and some people will erase your attendance there. They'll mark it as absent. Maybe some people may keep it as present. You have your best friends in your college. Your best friends will mark it as present in your attendance sheet, which is the corrected one, where college doesn't need that. If it is a biometric, what your thumb has to keep there. Your thumb has to keep there, right? So until unless you have taken that, your attendance will not be marked. So there is no corruption of data. Hence, you will be having honesty of data there. You'll be having some honesty in your data. Second thing is honesty. Okay, so let us keep these two things. Security, honesty, everything we don't have for in the previous methods. Whereas we are expecting this and moving into the technology, right? Security also required, correct? Now, let us see, does all those things database is providing us or not? And one more thing I just want to discuss. I have attendance in a book, right? Now, you and me are teachers. Okay, let us assume. Now, I have taken the attendance, and you have your favorite teacher, and you have marked present for your some favorite student or a brilliant student. Okay, which is not a correct one. Okay, I don't know that you have marked present, and day after tomorrow, some issue happens. Okay, in attendance there is a present, and but he is not in the college, he or she is not in the college. Now, that register is completely my responsibility, but you have marked it. Because see, register doesn't require any password to enter into that notebook, right? Maybe somewhere I kept there. Unfortunately, you got my record. You got my register and you marked it present, but something bad happened there, and it again to my head now. Now, do we have security for data there? Obviously, no. If it is in the form of system, until unless I gave my password to you, you will not enter into my system. Correct? If you're trying to enter into my system, obviously it will got locked. So security is also missing in ancient days or else earlier days. If it is in the form of notebooks, or if it is in the form of words or texts, something. Now, what my point is, if all those things are achieved, then I will be going into that technology. Now, these were all happening, before 1970s. Okay, this maintaining data in notebooks, all, corrupting all the data, and retrieval of data is very slow, and searching for an object is also very slow, where many people are required to do one small thing. Later, there is a scientist. um okay, let's not introduce about that scientist. Later, there are few people, okay, few intelligent people, few intelligent scientists, those have introduced, those people thought about database. Why can't we have a database? Why can't we have database like our brain? See, are we going into our brain and are we searching for any other object? No, right? See, if someone asks us a question, within a fraction of seconds, we are giving them an answer. See, if someone ask me about what is your date of birth, am I going into my brain and am I searching where I have stored my date of birth? No, right? I'll be simply telling so and so is my date of birth. If someone asks me about what is your authentication number or what is your unique ID, am I going and searching for my Aadhaar number in my brain? No, right? See, it's obvious. If you didn't remember, it's okay that you go and search in the phone. But if you remember, are you going and searching in your brain? No. You're just giving it to the people. You're having n number of passwords in your brain. Let's say for Amazon, you're taking some password. For some shopping apps, you're taking for some passwords. For your laptop, you have one password. For your phone, you have one password. For your bank, you have one password. Okay, for your booking apps, or else for your food booking, or for your what I can say, for your travel booking, for everything you have different kinds of password to enter into that, correct? Now my question is, if you want to log in into something, are you going and searching in your brain? Immediately it is triggering your brain that it requires some shopping apps password. Immediately it is sending you that, okay, this is the password you want to enter there. So scientists have thought like that, and they have introduced a concept called database. Okay, so before okay, okay, I'll tell you a definition like this. To store data, we need a database. To maintain database, what we require, let's say we have a company. To maintain those people in a company, what are all required? Management, right? Let's say there is a college. In the college there are 100 students. To maintain those 100 students, what are all required? Management, right? Now my question is, to maintain database, do we require management? Obviously. Okay, that is where the concept called DBMS has comes into the market. Maybe you heard about this concept, DBMS. Many people are telling it in exaggerating way that, DBMS, it is very hard to learn. I will tell you, it is very simple to understand what is database. You just tell me them, you just tell them that it is just a management to maintain a database. We have different kinds of DBMS, but in simple term, it's just a management. It's just a software that helps to manage our database. Now, let us try to understand what is DBMS, and then we will try to understand what is relational database. Okay, I'll just take 5 minutes of your time, I think. Um, I'll wind up. Okay, so yeah. So, what is database? We thought that it is a place where we need to store some data. Okay, now what is DBMS? It's a management. We just come across that one, right? Now I have a definition here. A database management is a software system that is designed to manage and organize data in a structured manner. See here, it is also stating a structured manner, which is quantitative data. What kind of data? Quantitative data. So only that quantitative data we can make in a structured way, right? Now, DBMS is a hardware. DBMS is a tool. Is DBMS is something that we have to buy and carry to our home? No, it is a software system. So software system in the sense, see, my Windows is not working, let us assume. So to work that Windows, what are all required? I need to install some Windows version, I mean new version of Windows that supports my laptop, which is a software, right? So DBMS is also a software. So how this software is designed? It is designed in a way that to manage and organize data in a structured manner. Just managing and organizing. See, in general also, what management will do? There is a word called management. So what is the work of those management? They want to make sure that everything is running perfectly or not. So that is the work of those management, right? Yes. So here similarly DBMS work is also that. In further we will see what it will manage, what it will organize and all. Now in general, our DBMS will I mean allows us to create something, modify the existing one, or query the databases, or else some security, some access controls to our database. So these all things we will this DBMS is giving us. Okay. Now, why DBMS? Why we require DBMS? Why we required management? That is the question, right? See here, controls database redundancy. What do you mean by redundancy? Duplicates. Okay, so this is a, see, always remember guys, so whatever we have discussed, will be discussing or will discuss today and tomorrow, those are all completely a basic one, very basic one. From day after tomorrow onwards we will be entering into the exact SQL concepts. Okay, so from that exact SQL concept, every term is a technical term. Okay, so I request you to habituate to call everything in a technical terms. So controls data redundancy. So what is meant by redundancy? Redundancy is nothing but a duplicates. See, let us assume there is someone called John. Okay, so I have John information in my database. Again tomorrow there is again information about John. The same name, place, and date of birth. Name, place, date of birth, and phone number. The same we have. So, if the data is repeating, DBMS will try to avoid that duplicates. Why we need to avoid duplicates? Why can't we take duplicates? Hey, let us consider one example, guys. Here, okay. How many of you have a habit of shopping online? In general, I have a habit of shopping online. I will always, be in an Amazon cart. Now, actually, something called a festival. What is that? Amazon festival or something happening in Amazon, right? Or else in the Flipkart also there is something. Now, in general, many people, okay, there are many people. Those people will always be in that shopping apps, or else some people always be in Insta. Some people always be in, uh, some Telegram. Some people always be in some X. Some people always be in some YouTube. Some people always be in GoTo. See, those are all doing something in the apps. Okay, maybe they are learning something from the Instagram. Maybe they are learning, gaining some information from the Amazon. Okay, see, All these things is recorded somewhere in the back end. Obviously, as technology is more smarter, it will be recorded in the back end. Now, today you have scrolled any of the some social media for some time, your data has consumed that, it is going for them as a money. And one more thing, what is your screen time, how much amount of time you have used, what are the products that you have seen, all those things will be given to you as a recommended for the next time if you visit. Or else you'll be getting some messages that, okay, you have viewed for this product is now on a low cost. You'll be getting some some messages like this, right? Now, for us, we are spending maximum or else minimum time in the social media. There are billions of people in our country. How many hours they're maintaining on the social media? How much data it is generating? How much data Amazon is generating? How much data Facebook is generating? How much data Instagram is generating? How much data Instamart is generating? See, in general, now if we need something, what we will do? Go to Instamart and order something. It will be in your hands now. How many people are ordering that? How they are taking those orders? How data is maintained in the back end? How, if you select some particular product, how it is delivering only to your address? Why it is not going to somewhere? See, in the back end, they are maintaining a perfect database where your information is recorded there. And if duplicates were happening, what happens? Hey, I will give you one more small example. You have ordered two things from Amazon. Okay, so it will be those two things will be delivering it to your address only, but order IDs are different, right? Now, for those two IDs, do you think in the backend they will be maintaining two different names? No. For your address, for your name, two order IDs are generated. That's it. No redundancy was happening, no duplicates were happening. So DBMS is best suitable to remove the redundancy. I mean, not removing, avoiding the redundancy. Next one, privacy. Let us take any of your social media apps. Until unless you give password, and some other person will never enter into your social media account. Is that correct? If your phone is open, it's not my mistake. Okay, I'm asking you, until unless someone enters the password, they are not allowed to go to the platform, any social media platform. Okay, so that privacy DBMS is giving. See, the moment I say